Good morning, you're in the back room with Becky. I missed you. I don't sound as hoarse. I don't feel as bad as I did on Monday. So, here's to Dr. Prince, my doctor at Trinity Gopper, and big ups to the medication company, to the pharmaceuticals. I don't like you, but you're a necessary evil. Hey, what is my miserable mention today? I did not speak against Mother Nature, but I will say I had to tell the children in the store yesterday that, the weather was changing up quickly. You could feel it in the air. So at the same time Tennessee was getting hit by the tornadoes, we were feeling some of that as well. And it's very much like in the Midwest, it's very much like those island countries and coastal cities that have to be really concerned about hurricanes. Now, listen, I'm not trying to tell nobody panic, get in the cellar with Dorothy and Auntie M. But we do live in Tornado Alley. Young people, this is for you. Be afraid. Be very afraid. We also happen to live in a valley which draws this kind of atmospheric occurrence, and we have a lot of water that we have flooding in Missouri, Kansas, Oklahoma. Do you know Oklahoma not so much because they sit over hell? That's right, that's what Texas is. Texas is the preview to the bad place. I want to hear y'all say something about that. I got something for you. But, I'm not looking my best today, but I'm thinking my best. And, those tornadoes struck there, and those people, it's no way to really be prepared. I love it when they say you real estate on these islands, and it's, you want that beachfront, but in the back of your mind, I'm going to go slide in the ocean. I may just slide into the ocean. A hurricane could come and just sweep others away, and they give you hurricane insurance so you can rebuild. I don't want to be rebuilding houses every 2-3 years, but at the same time, I do like the fact that they tell you how close you are to the storm. In the Midwest, I don't know. I guess because we have so many other privileges and things that are nice about living here, that he's like, okay, I'm going to send the tornadoes, but I may tell you, and I might not. So if you just start looking for certain weather conditions, then please don't be out there driving around thinking you got time to run and get you another pack of cigarettes. Is it worth it? I don't think so. We need to stop smoking anyway. Black people have a higher risk for all these cancerous diseases and respiratory diseases. So, as a former smoker, let me put that in there, amongst the safety things to think about. Safety things that you might just want to stop and say, it sounded good inside my head, but when I speak it, it sounds like pure foolishness. Just like Charlie Sheen. Gotta go there, because he still hasn't fulfilled my little wager with him. Who am I? Mere speck in the world, mere speck in the universe. But with this little piece of speck right here, I get to say what I want. And the people who think like me or are curious about me, yes, I'm in the hoodie. It's cold again today. The weather just goes flip, flop, flip, flop. Let me see, can I catch you one more time? Flip, 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 flop. So this is how it is in the Midwest. I got a little off point, but I wanted to say specifically when people open their mouths and speak foolishness. I think if you were paused for a heartbeat when you get ready to speak, a lot of times we would not say such foolish, crazy, crazy things. And so Charlie Sheen is still doing his thing, but he's looking so bad while he's doing it. Now he wants that job back. He should have thought about it before he said some ill stuff. Now, you can't expect people to trust you anymore. And for what you need to go to drug rehab boot camp, intensive inpatient mental health analysis and care. Get evaluated. You might not, the crazy people don't never think they're crazy. You ever notice that? They do not think they're crazy. I acknowledge right here today that I have some crazy tendencies, but I am not crazy. So we look at all of these things, and when I talk about safety today and the tornadoes and whatnot, and then I go back and start talking about Charlie Sheen, because Charlie Sheen is in the eye of the storm. Charlie is about, we're going to see what happens after this. It is extremely stressful to do a tour. I mean, even just regionally, it's very stressful. And then when your show is not doing well and you got to keep revamping, that's very stressful. Then you walk into that already with maybe some emotional disturbances, or let's just say some distorted perception. Then you add all of that with people giving you accolades. That's like, a little kid is steady tearing up your house, and every time he come past you, you give him a piece of candy. What? Hell no. Stop rewarding people for foolishness. Sometimes when you're in the middle of a storm, you may do foolish things. So back to the real tornado, I told these children, I said, listen, I know, you said, if I don't say it, maybe it won't happen. Or you tell us, ooh, please don't burn bread on us. Look outside. Look how, the night before our weather yesterday and today, I saw red sky. Now, oh, here go Miss B again with her vast array of random information. Red sky morning is a sailor's warning. I'm just saying. And I didn't say that. White Squall, the movie White Squall. If you ever get a chance, you gotta watch it. Man against nature and man against man at his best. And I digress again. But I still remember that I'm talking about safety. When you're in the eye of the storm, it's really nothing you can do. You gotta be still. That's God's business. Except for what man has done himself to interfere with the proper conduction of weather and the process of the seasons on Mother Earth. We stepped into some areas that we should not have. Just, and that's my own belief. It's my ideology. I'm going to teach you something. If you come here and listen for 2 minutes, I promise you'll learn something. You'll stay. So I missed you, YouTube. And remember, this is tornado weather in Missouri, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Texas, Tennessee. Shall I go on? All of the Midwestern states are at risk for this kind of weather. Be prepared. When you are in an emotional tornado, such as our boy, Charlie Sheen, it ain't no torpedo, baby. It's a tornado. See, a torpedo implies that you have some power. Charlie Sheen, you have no power. You have a tornado. That's when stuff is spinning wildly out of control. And you don't know what the hell to do because you're not supposed to do anything right there. Get still. Get very still. Get to a place where the debris and the fallout don't kill you. Because the storm itself might not take you, but if you ain't anchored to something, you might get snatched up into the atmosphere. Now that was symbolic. Be anchored by something. When you get to do, free, I always say free thinking because it's been locked up too long. Here's the deal, people. Not only has it been locked up too long, our free thinking has been suppressed. They don't want the masses to think for themselves. They want us to be caught up in the hype, so we continue to buy the products that keep them on the air. That's what keeps entertainment rolling. They don't care whether you're crazy, blind, or crippled. If it's a way for them to make a dime off of you, make merchandise off of you, out of you, that's what they'll do. So, as a businesswoman, I sympathize with both Charlie Sheen and the people who've been affected by his absence from the job. You know, that was not an honorable thing. Me as an employee, somebody who signed time sheets, baby, if you ain't showing up for work, and when you do come, you're not prepared, or you throwing everybody down, you might need to go home for a few days. And then if I send you home for 3 days, and you get out there and squamping a little bit of backbiting or whatever, no, you cannot have this job back. I'm not mad at you, but evidently you did not want to be here. Charlie Sheen, it's time to come home. It's time to go to that little place in the country where you can settle yourself and get focused. All this foolishness. Get that all that mess off around you. Send those girls, give them a scholarship because they earned it, and send them to damn school somewhere and get them a stylist if they're going to be up on talking, telling y'all a story in a minute. Be careful who you have around your children, because your children is the most important thing besides your health that you will ever be blessed with. Everything else is kind of it's kind of part of the deal. But to be blessed with good health, to be blessed with happy, healthy children, that's worth commitment, sacrifice. It's that time, Charlie Sheen. You come back to yourself. Come back, Charlie. Real soon. You've been in the back room with Becky, and we've been in a lot of different places and head spaces, but just hang with me. I'm healing. I'm getting a little better. So I'm pumped up. You want to talk about it? You're in the back room with Becky for the people.